Hi, I'm Bluetree, but you can call me Blue, and welcome back to my building adventure. Now in the last episode, we built this Fletcher's hut to give the townspeople an opportunity to purchase bows and practice their archery skills. Since then, I've been thinking about how my town would compare to a town in real life, and I realised that I have far more commercial buildings than I do residential buildings at the moment. This is a problem because if we have more shops than houses, our workers won't have anywhere to live. So in today's episodes, I'm going to sort out that problem by adding more houses along this stretch of road, and I'll decorate this road to make it feel more alive. So I'm going to start off this construction project by laying out the foundations with scaffolding. Now that the scaffolding's up, it's time to get to work on building the houses. Now I'm sure you can tell, but I've already built a few of these style of houses before, so it shouldn't be too hard for me to replicate them and build them here. So let's get to it. Now that the houses have been built, it's time to start decorating the road. And I'm going to start off by fixing up this little bit of road here, because as you can see I had to use andesite slabs here, as tough slabs had not yet been added. Now that the road's been fixed, it's time to move on to adding the foliage in between the houses. And previously I had used spruce leaves here for the bushes, but I don't like how dark they are, so I will be moving on to using oak and azalea leaves instead. Now I'm going to use the oak and the azalea as a form of shading, where the azalea represents lighter leaves and the oak represents darker leaves. Alright, I've finished decorating up all the plants now, and it's night time, which is the perfect time to show you why I've added the firefly bushes to this build. Because you get that little particle effect from them when it's dark, which just adds so much more ambience to the build, as well as the sound of bugs in the bushes, which just makes it feel a whole lot more alive. However, it's really annoying to build in the dark, so I'm gonna sleep. And now that I've slept, it's time to work on adding the more human touches to this build. And I brought a bunch of hanging signs here because I want to make some bunting or like flags going across these homes, almost to symbolise that they're celebrating a festival or something. So if we just go like this, where we check to see where they might line up, and then just go across alternating the colours. And then from there, what I can do is add some of them hanging down as well, off of these. And it just makes it look a bit more colourful, as though these are more homemade flags, which fit the theme of the build. Like that. And I'm just going to put a few more all along this road. Alright, the flags are up and it adds so much more colour to this build. However, it does start to feel a bit like visual clutter here. And so I'm going to take a few of these down. I'm also not entirely sure what they'll be celebrating. So please, let me know in the comments what you think they should be celebrating with these flags. And maybe I can add a few more extra decorations around the town to suit the festival. Right, that's looking much better. Notice how it opens up all these sight lines again, so that you can actually see all the buildings. But I also had a few other extra plans to decorate here. As you can see, there's some lanterns around, so I was thinking of adding maybe some lights to the bottom of these, seeing how they would look. And with those, it makes it feel a whole lot more magical. And finally, we need some more day-to-day things. So I've also prepared some barrels here. Barrels and pots here, and then also some more block-built constructions like a cart and maybe even a wheelbarrow to go over here in this grassy area. And for the wagon, it's really quite simple. Just got to use trapdoors and shelves to make the shape in a really small space. And then some fence gates out the front, just to show where you'd pull the wagon. Very cool. Then here and around the place I'm going to put some barrels just lying on the floor. Maybe not there, there's slabs there. Just barrels lying on the floor showing that maybe they're moving some things around. And also some potted plants as well, or big pots. Once again it's nighttime, and you can see just how much more vibrant these flags and lights make the area feel. And also, as you can see on these houses, I had a few potted plants just hanging up near the windows. So I'm going to do that again over here. And even though there aren't actually chains holding up these flower pots, because the plants would kind of block the way, it gives the illusion that they're hanging from the beams. Finally, I'm going to add a little room using the armor stand trickery. And I'm just going to lean it up here against this wall. Alright, there we go. And that room is looking fantastic. And I think that's going to be the end of this build today. Just clean up all these shulker boxes. Need those. And I'd say it's looking wonderful. And if you agree, make sure to leave a like. And even subscribe if you want to see more builds like this. I think that's going to be it for today though. Goodbye.